Previously on INTERCORONA Universe 2020, our top 15 candidates had already showcased their swimsuit attire. They were able to showcase their great beauty and physique. Who do you think will still raise the banner on top and will be hailed as our first ever INTERCORONA Universe 2020? The scores has been verified and tabulated by the pageant committee. And now it's time to reveal our top 10 candidates. In no particular order. Take your first spot. Puerto Rico. You are in Vietnam. Philippines. You're still on the top. USA. You are in Bahamas. Canada. You are in Croatia. You made it to the top. Mauritius. You are lucky to be in Brazil. Take your last spot. U.S. Virgin Islands. And that concludes our top 10 candidates. Let's welcome again our online host for this online pageant. We have Mr. Paul Domingo. And so that's it mga ka-fresh. We finally moved down to our top 10 candidates. And you know what? The competition is getting more exciting and it's getting more tough because all the candidates, like they are all eager to covet the crown and to be hailed as the first ever INTERCORONA Universe 2020. And so for the next exposure, our candidates will now be held again for the next competition, which is the Insight Video competition or the media presentation. Because we know that these girls, they don't just show the beauty that they have, but they also show the beauty that they have with a purpose, and that purpose is to share insights, valuable insight for us, and they will also share their advocacies and their wide understanding about this COVID-19 pandemic. So we will now get to watch that later. But before anything else, I would like to present to you our criteria for judging. So we have here 30% for the public votes, which will comprise 15% for YouTube comments and another 15% for the Facebook views. So for the YouTube comments, you need to subscribe to my channel first before you can comment the chosen candidate who will be revealed under competition. So we also have here 40% for the substance, relevance and content, 20% for the delivery and conviction, 20% for the grammar and technicality, and a total of 100%. So to get through with this will be held by our panel of judges. So let me just introduce to you again. Our panel of judges, we have here Mr. Zosimo Macaraig, Mr. Leo Greengrass, Mr. Jude Cristenson Ignacio, Mr. Mark Matthew August, and Miss. And the panel and the chairman of the board, Miss Dia Carla Casay Calamba. So I will not take this long anymore mga ka-fresh. I know that you are all excited to hear the insights of our candidates, and I know that you are also excited to hear how the candidates deliver their wide understanding about this pandemic disease, which is the COVID-19. So without further ado, let us all welcome our top 10 candidates in their media presentation. The views and opinions of the candidates do not reflect the views and opinions of the host, the vlogger, and the channel. Let us all welcome our top 10 candidates as they share their valuable insights about the COVID-19 pandemic.
INTERCORONA Universe 2020 is an online pageant that came to its existence because of quarantine. Thus, the rightful owner of this crown should have all the means in propagating the message of peace and hope inside the corners of our own room. I am an advocate of a person's well-being. I have witnessed that this pandemic has been a threat to both physical and mental health. Being in quarantine triggers my anxiety and depression. Stranded here in Cebu, living away from home Living away from my family and living all by myself is a daily struggle that I have to face. I also know a lot of people that are silently fighting the demons inside their heads. That is why, if given the opportunity to be your first INTERCORONA Universe 2020, I'd like to use this platform to educate and spread awareness. I'd like to send a message to everyone that during this time of uncertainties, it is very important to take care of our holistic well-being. I always believe that mental health is also as important as physical health, mainly because everyone needs to have an optimized sanity to have a good state of well-being as we reach our aspirations in life. This is actually a cycle. According to a famous philosopher Plato, mens sana in corpore sano, which means a sound mind is a sound body. Thank you.
Mabuhay! This is Macy Tanzay representing Brazil. A role of beauty queen is to be voice. I am here to make a message to all of you. In these times of uncertainty and fear that we have seemingly taken over our country, we have remained steadfast and unfazed amidst all the challenges. As a united nation, what we can do is to set aside our political differences, forget our academic and social preferences, and let love and loyalty for our country rise above all. You know what's crazy about this virus? This virus doesn't care about our differences. This virus doesn't care whether we're black or white, whether we're Christian, Hindu, Muslim, or atheist, whether we are a Republican or Democrat. Doesn't care whether we're a celebrity or a regular person. This virus is attacking all of us mankind, and this is going to call all of us to be reunited. As we fight back, and I believe we will fight back, and we will bounce back. We bounce back after the slavery of the Spaniards. We bounce back after the World War II, and we bounce back after this injustice killings, and we will bounce back after this pandemic. I got no doubt that we will bounce back stronger, bolder, better than we did before. I got a message for you, coronavirus. Ain't no COVID-19 can stop us living our dream.
The existence of this pandemic crisis made us realize that the humanity needs unity. For we can even deny the fact that Isaros barriers were created and our society had been divided. Some goes to left, while others believe to right. In this kind of crisis, we need to be unified, for if we will be divided, we will fall. We may have different perspectives and opinions, yet our goals meet at some point, and it's to end the pandemic and living world one. As a citizen in a pageant era, I will use my voice to seek unity and serve as the catalyst for changes. This will become the stepping stone of our success, not only in winning the battle of this crisis, but to the battle we are facing individually and holistically. I believe that the optimum of real success is the byproduct of a unified society.
As a citizen residing in your country, do you think that the laws implemented by your government in response to the pandemic crisis are applicable to all class tattoos?
My answer is no. The laws that are being implemented by our government to make the current crisis are not applicable to all class tattoos. Majority of the laws that are being implemented are anti-poor, and these laws are also implemented to preserve their power. When the poor fought for their rights, they are arrested without warrant, because according to the state forces, they have violated the quarantine protocol. But when the people at the top of the hill violated, instead of arresting them, they gave them compassion.
As a beauty queen, what would be the best platform that you can utilize in helping those people, especially the unprivileged ones amidst the crisis that we are facing?
For me, the best platform that we could do to help the unprivileged ones is to provide laws or action that will really help in fighting the virus. Because if we can fight the virus effectively, these men and women in the urban poor sector can go back to work and earn money for their families. Thank you.
So do you have any advice or ways to stay safe during the COVID-19 outbreak?
Wash your hands, use alcohol, wear masks when going outside. Stay safe, everyone.
Mabuhay! This is Alexa Siri, your Miss INTERCORONA Universe, Croatia. Before 2019 has ended, people were eager and excited to welcome 2020 as another year of progress and development. But unluckily, it started with wildfires, earthquakes, outbreaks, and many disasters. This one that hit us the longest and is still causing damages till now is a pandemic, the COVID-19. We've been stuck in our homes for more than 100 days, which means no work, no school, and no outside activities, resulting to economic crisis, tourism loss, and the worst, increasing number of mortality rates. Due to this, I've come to realize that this pandemic has something more to tell than just simply being a disaster. On a more brighter side, it has brought constructive effects like restoration of humanity and nature. All the more significantly, people are now acknowledging the importance of solidarity. During these times, it is better to consider it as a test of patience and selflessness rather than a punishment. As for me, I would help people as much as I can. That is why I am here, trying to use this platform to spread awareness, positivity, and encouragement. As a voice, I am convincing everybody to educate themselves about the virus, follow the safety protocols, and obey the authorities. After all, knowledge is the most powerful weapon against everything. With it, we can keep ourselves safe from anything. All things considered, the virus fills in as an eye-opener that anything can happen at any time. In a snap, a very small organism paralyzed the whole world. Also in a snap, we'll be back living to the life that we used to have. Everyone will get busy and be distant again and sad. Thus, instead of being down, use the time that quarantine has given to you to enjoy the company of your loved ones. Negativities are only in the mind. Even disasters can become a blessing if you view it differently. This virus is just a challenge that is given to those who can overcome it. Ora et labora! We will fight as one, and so we will heal as one. Once again, this is Alexa Siri, Miss Croatia.
In the shadow of COVID-19, the future's 600 million children across South Asia are being torn apart. Children may be less susceptible to the virus than the adults, but the pandemic has upended their lives in imaginable ways. So, as a barangay councilor and as a public servant about this pandemic that we are facing right now, I will use my voice to look for additional ways to help with the long-term needs of the community. In a sample way is to approach and help people become self-reliant by teaching skills and providing resources for a self-sustained life. Because I know that from this experience, you learn to grow. And by growing, you learn to give. And by giving, you let others experience what life is all about. Thank you.
Mabuhay! This is Pia Horseback, your INTERCORONA 2020 candidate representing Philippines. In my 30 years of existence, this is the most unforgettable event that happens in my life. COVID-19 is a serious threat in our country, not only in Philippines but in the whole world. It's dangerous because it's deadly and it kills thousands of lives. Because of this pandemic, I am able to give more quality time with my family. And by that, I've learned a lot on how to value everything what we have in this world, on how to value family, and how to value time, and most importantly, on how to value life. And I also do believe that this is the right time for us to understand one another, to accept and to love one another, and to share something to the people who are affected of the said virus. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that this is not the right time to argue nor to question about our government, but rather this is the right time for us on how we can share good vibes, positivity to those people, not only me, but in the whole world who are truly affected. So let's all cooperate. Let's follow everything. Let's do the best thing that we can do. And by staying at home, we are saving life. And all fight COVID-19 as one. This is Pia Horseback, INTERCORONA Universe 2020 candidate, Filipinas. Keep safe, everyone, and good day.
Fighting an invisible enemy like coronavirus needs a bat of an eye. It is a very serious social issue that needs to be addressed not just by the government, but also by the people. The sad thing about this virus is it doesn't care about our differences, our colors, our status, religion, culture, and our race.
I didn't join this pageant to gain fame and affection, but rather, I am here because I want to use this platform for social good. I would like to use my influence to remind people to follow protocols such as social distancing, staying at home, and avoiding activities that require physical contact. Because we bounce back after the Black Plague, slavery, discriminations, and natural phenomena such as Typhoon Yolanda and killings like the Great Holocaust. If we did it before, we can do it now, because I believe that ain't no COVID-19 could stop and kill our resiliency. Just come to think and imagine of all our heroes, our frontliners who showed up day in and day out just for our own.
Let us all fight this virus together, but in a very righteous way. I declare, we can win this battle. Pamaagi sa gugma o pagsalig ang Ginoo, kitang tanan mag-inuyunay, magtinabangay o musunod sa mga balaod para mudaog kita sa hulga niing makalilisan nga pandemya.
This is Indang Rivera saying, stay home, save lives.
Once again, I am your Miss Puerto Rico.
Hello everyone, so today our topic is the coronavirus pandemic. So how can we avoid getting infected by the coronavirus? Well, first thing, one of the most important is we have to wear masks wherever we go. I personally use this mask because I feel very safe when I'm using this. I don't wear a cloth mask because it's not that very safe. And second, we should always bring alcohol in our bag. Well, I use ethyl alcohol because I bought this a month ago. Well, I don't really go outside that very much. I just always stayed at home and I always use this. Yes, we should always use alcohol in our hands. Second, we should always be clean to ourselves. Me, after I buy groceries or I would have a visit to my friends, after that I would directly go to the bathroom and I would take a bath, and I would always put chlorine on my water because I think that will keep those other bacteria in my body, and who knows if I touch one of those things that are infected. And what else? We should always have a distance. Yes, we should keep ourselves away from crowded people, especially malls. We should not interact with those people who are always walking out. Yeah, and we should always just stay at home, because that's very important. Yes, I know how it feels like when you are bored and you want to go out, you want to have drink with your friends, parties. Well, that's not important. What's important is your life and your health. And you should always go home and love your family by Mother Teresa. Yes, so take my advice, everyone, and stay home. And we should not go to those crowded places because we are taking risk of our lives, and we should always be careful. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and good afternoon. Bye.
Hi everyone, this is Kylie G representing US Virgin Islands. First of all, let me introduce to you what is COVID-19. So COVID-19 is a global pandemic that moved health crisis. It makes everyone suffer so bad and put everyone in turmoil because this is a deadful and dreadful disease. Let's proceed to my insight about COVID-19. COVID-19 reminds us everything we've taken for granted. The crisis make us ponder this thought. It's making money more important than spending time with our loved ones? Does enjoying our privileges helping others people are experiencing the inequalities of life? And if we use our freedom as an instrument to make the world a better place? Unfortunately, every one of us would answer no, because everything that was freely given to us, our environment, our time, our health, ends up being abused, because we're too selfish to even care. And so while we're in this crisis, let's cleanse our soul from greediness, clothe ourselves with values and discipline, so that once this COVID-19 ends, we'll be able to manifest empowerment, leadership, kindness, and love to everyone. Let us have courage to change before it's too late.
The world current situation puts us on deepest health and global health crisis, as the dominant multiplication of SARS-CoV-2, or commonly known as COVID-19. The virus don't spare lives and class in society, either you're rich or poor. Billions are affected. Thousands are deceased, and still thousands aren't yet identified due to lackness of medical facility. Many more are still vulnerable. I mean, humanity is always vulnerable. As a young INTERCORONA Universe ambassador, it's my honor to present my advocacy entitled Masks for Society. The masks represent the credible information and proper awareness, as I do believe that this generation there must have and should access proper education. To link this advocacy to the importance of wearing face masks, PPE, and personal hygiene. Above all, teach all the people that God is always greater than single virus. To magnify our faith. In this simple way, I can help millions of Filipinos, not only Filipinos, but billions of people around the world. As I do believe that our micro contribution always create a macro development and a better change. I, Justin D, your Miss INTERCORONA Universe Vietnam. Thank you.
And that's it, mga ka-fresh. We are finally done with our media presentation. And indeed, all the girls did their very best. Like, all of them are all informative. Like, they deliver their ideas, their speech, and their understanding or their insights about this COVID-19 pandemic very well and very concise. Again, it's gonna be your choice, mga ka-fresh, who will still be on this competition and who will win this exposure, the Insight Video competition. So, cast your vote now! So before I end this video, mga ka-fresh, I would like to thank the following sponsors. We have iRemit Israel, Home Mobile, Amra Mobile, Panel of Judges, and Yofi Farm. So maraming salamat. And also I would like to thank you, mga ka-fresh, for subscribing to my channel. And now we reach 326 subscribers. And also the previous video that I uploaded, the swimsuit competition and the production number, I will just link the description below. I will just leave the description link below. And also it reaches 1.5k views. So maraming salamat, mga ka-fresh, and I hope that you will still support me for the next video. So I hope that you enjoy, and for more Kajiman videos, subscribe na, mga ka-fresh. Bye.
Feel this way forever.